Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's okay. So good morning in my side of the world. So I hope everyone's doing well over here as well as back in the States or wherever you are. So I just want to carry on the series with respect to making up your listing. Last time we looked at keywords, how to generate the keywords, where to look for the keywords, making a master list. And I started to sort of venture into the use of some software, the AZ Optimizer, in order to create a listing. So I'm going to continue with that. So basically, what we're going to do now is I've got some slides. These are previously made slides, but they're still relevant. So I'm going to go through these again, just to make sure that we understand how to create that listing that converts. Now, basically what we're doing here is basically getting people interested to start with, and that needs to be done by your hero shot, your master image, your fantastic photograph there of your product, because that's going to draw people in. Once the eyeballs reach the product that they like, they go, oh, I like that. So let's click on this particular listing. And hopefully that's going to be your listing. And that's where we need to start to optimize the words. Now, it's only going to be shown up. Your listing's only going to be shown up if it's optimized from a keyword point of view. So that's why it was really important last time around to understand keywords. So once we've got the keywords done, now we can actually start to look at optimizing our listing. So let's just jump in. So if you've got any questions on the way, just drop them into the chat and I should get round to them. So here we go. So I'm Paul Adams from Gorillaz Tribe, and this is the coaching call held at the moment every other week, but I want to try and get back to every week if we can. So we're going to be doing creating a listing. So it's made up of, your listing's made up of a number of different sections. The title, and the title needs to have keywords because this is 100% indexed. In other words, 100% of your words are recognized by the Amazon algorithm. Okay, so it's 100% indexed. Okay, but it needs to be sensibly written, not keyword stuffed. We can go into that in a second. And like the rules and regulations or the terms of service say that we should have 200 characters less, which makes sense. And ideally have your main keywords at the front end such that it's mobile optimized. Next point is the bullet points. So once somebody's in there, they're going to be looking at the bullet points. You've got 5 areas where you can actually put bullet points in, and this is where we should be highlighting the benefits. Don't list all of the features or the what the product's made of, a stainless steel 361 or whatever the case may be. This is a benefit. You need to be selling the benefits. Why this product is suitable for that particular buyer. Why should that buyer buy that product? What problems can it solve? In other words, the benefits. Images, probably the most important part of your listing. Is this what is seen first, like I was saying earlier? Okay, and your description. At the moment, it's debatable whether any of the description is indexed, but I always like to put a good description in there. I always use HTML, simple HTML formatting, which makes it look a lot easier to read, and I should go into how to do that. But this is your chance to actually describe a little bit more detail about the product, and this is where you can actually have some of the features, like it's stainless steel 365 or 361, sorry, or 316, etc., etc. Okay, and all of this is underpinned. Every single one of these is underpinned, apart from your image, that is, with keywords. Okay, so you can see the importance of keywords and why we actually sort of spent a bit of time on that last time around, understanding what the keywords were. Okay, and then I'm going to cover keywords again because it is so important. But I'll just sort of go through this quickly. So build your keywords using manual research and the following methods. And this is what I normally do when I'm sort of searching around for keywords. And I do a number of different things. I use a number of different software tools to get the maximum I can from my keywords. Now, the first place I look for is the Amazon search bar. Do the Amazon space A, and that'll give us Amazon everything A. And I'll show you an example of that. Also, look at the competitors' listings on Amazon. They're already there, especially on page one. They've done the hard work. So why not sort of take advantage of that? There's no need to ignore that. So this is the Amazon search bar. Okay, so we're inside Amazon now. This is obviously a quick screenshot. We're looking for copper bracelet. So if I just copper bracelet space, and that's going to give us the top most popular searched for terms that Amazon recognize. Okay, so the first one, the most popular one, is copper bracelet for men. Then is copper bracelet for women. Then is copper bracelet for arthritis for women. Okay, you can see where this is going. So these are the most popular searched for terms in Amazon, starting with copper bracelet. Obviously, you can change that around, and that will give you exactly the same sort of results. The most searched for terms that Amazon recognize. So these are obviously very good keywords that should go in our master list. Competitors' listings. Okay, first page, front page, page one. Okay, and again, do this for various different core keywords, or seed keywords. If I just go back a page, so copper bracelet, you could actually put in here heavy duty copper bracelet, arthritis copper bracelet, and that's going to give you various different things, results. Use those results to bring up different results for your front page, for your first page. Once you've got that, then you can start to go through the competitors' listings and identify good keywords that you may not already have on your master list. So you can see here, twisted copper bracelet for arthritis. Okay, what else we got? Elegant, pure copper, magnetic therapy. All right, some of these are the keywords that other people are actually using. Now, those first two are sponsored positions. This is the first organic. Okay, so we've got copper magnetic. So magnetic is obviously a key thing, assuming that our product's going to be a magnetic copper bracelet as opposed to just a plain copper bracelet. We wouldn't put magnetic in there if it's not magnetic. Okay, because basically people will land on that thinking it's a magnetic bracelet. When they land on the actual product itself and look through the listing, I think, you know what, it's not magnetic, it's not what I'm after, it's just pure, and they'll go. So your conversion rate will be very low with respect to visitors. And once that starts to happen, Amazon will recognize that and go, you know what, this is not relevant. This listing is not relevant to this particular keyword. I'm not going to show it anymore because no one converts. Okay, so you got to make sure it's relevant when you're making your listing. What else have we got? One down here, look. Healing therapy cuff. Okay, golf bangle. Obviously, bangle is a different word to bracelet. Okay, so use the competitors because they've already done the homework. Okay, another one over here, men's heavy duty. Okay, so all of these ones could actually go into our master list, and make sure that you do this over and over again. Go around this cycle a number of times just to build up your sort of keyword. And you got to remember, if the competitors are already doing it and they're on the first page, these keywords are working. Okay, let me go back. Now, let me just reiterate. So once a potential customer, as in if I'm looking at to purchase a copper bracelet, I'll go onto Amazon and I shall put in a search term, and I may put in men's heavyweight copper bracelet with magnets. Okay, so that's my search term. Amazon are then going to search through all of the listings to see which one is relevant to my search term. Right, and that depends on your listing or the people's listings with respect to how well they're optimized from a keyword point of view. So it's really important you understand the relevancy and making sure that your listing, you're making it relevant to what you want people to find. Okay, right. So keywords using tools. This is what we touched on last week or the week before. AZ Optimizer. That's what I used and showed last time around as a paid for option, as we know. Sonar. This is Sonar Tools. This is a free option. And again, I should be looking at that quickly. And there are a ton of others out there. Keyword IO, Keyword Tools IO. Those are all free and pretty useful. Right, so let's have a look at the AZ Optimizer from a keyword point of view. Okay, so we're now in the keyword generator tips, or tool, sorry, and this can be found under the Optimizer generator tools and its keyword tools generator. So we've just put in copper bracelet, as you can see down there, and this is the research results. So we've got 175 keywords showing, and we've got searches per month over here. We've got a copper bracelet showing at 220,210 per month. So close to 250,000 people are searching for that term per month. I think that's a very relevant keyword to make sure that we got that on our list and probably in our title. What else have we got? Men's copper bracelet. So don't repeat copper bracelets. There's no point in putting in your title copper bracelet, then men's copper bracelet. Okay, so just make sure we've got men's copper bracelet, and that way we've covered men's copper bracelet. We've also covered copper bracelet, okay, separately. So the algorithm, when that searches the title, it will look for the relevant keywords depending on what the potential customers put into the search term to start with. Remember, I'm looking for heavy duty copper bracelet with magnets. So men's not in there, but copper bracelet is. So we're just going to make sure everything's relevant. Okay. So I'm now going to go around in a circle, all right, and just to repeat this and repeat this and repeat this, just so I can maximize my master list. Okay. So I'm now going to put in men's copper bracelet. All right, so I've changed it up a little bit. Okay, see what we've got now. We've only got another 28 keywords. All right, but some of those may well be different. And again, I'm going to just download this and add that to my master spreadsheet, my master keyword list. And what I'll do then is, once I've got that built out, I'm probably going to get to about 1,000 keywords. I should just make sure I've got no duplicates in there, because there's no point in having men's copper bracelet in there 2, 3, 4 times. So I should just delete the duplicates. So I've got a clean individual keyword list built out that I can start to use. Okay, so here we go with sort of men's copper bracelet, which is 101,000 searches a month. We got copper bracelet men's, which is slightly different, but that's 101,000 again. We've got another one down here, which is 10,000, which is copper bracelet health. May be useful. All right, so let me just go back there. So all of these keywords, you're going to be building up your keywords into that master list. Once you've got that master list, then you can go through and say, what is most relevant to my particular product that I'm selling. All right, so you can see here, copper bracelet is 220,000. We know that. So this, again, this has been repeated. So this one here, look, it's been repeated from the previous search, and I would add that to the list, but just remove that from the duplicates when I'm doing that. Right, so now we've got the master list done. In the back end of your Seller Central list, under keywords, you've got an area where you can add in 4,000 characters. Okay, so how do we like sort of pick up 4,000 characters? Not 4,000 keywords, there's 4,000 characters in total. So each one you're allowed sort of 1,000 characters per entry. So let's have a look at how AZ Optimizer quickly does that for us. So we're now in, again, the AZ Optimizer. Under generator tools, you'll find the 4K generator. Okay, so in here we need to add in 5 keywords in these green fields. Okay, so I've chosen copper bracelet. You can see down there, copper bracelet for pain relief, arthritis bracelet, magnetic copper bracelet, copper men's bracelet. Okay, so once I've done that, then I shall press retrieve, and that will go off and find all of the words. And here are the results. So you can see this automatically sets them out into sort of one chunk here. So this is your first entry there. So you just copy that, or you basically download all of this, and the first lot you would just put that straight into the back end. The second one down here, you would do the same there. Copy that and put that into the second entry. But what you can do now, again, you can just reiterate and just go over and double check your master keyword list, and you can start to pull out some of the keywords that you like, and including some foreign, predominantly Spanish keywords. Bearing in mind there's a lot of Spanish-speaking sort of people over in America, so let's try and target those with the language that they understand, which is very useful. And the AZ Optimizer automatically does that for us, so which is good. So what I'm doing here is I'm identifying various different keywords. I'll just click on one, and that'll build that master list at the top here. So again, I'm continually putting in new keywords where I can into that master list. But here, it's actually built inside of AZ Optimizer. Okay, we can see that there. Sonar tools, sonar-tools. This is a free piece of software, and it's pretty good, actually. Pretty good for finding keywords. If you can't find all of the keywords that you're looking for inside of AZ Optimizer, switch over to Sonar. Then I would do the same switch on to keyword.io. And again, that's another free tool, which is really good. And again, just keep on getting as much keywords as you can. So here we've got a Sonar. And again, I've just put in copper bracelet, as you can see here. I just go ping, and that's going to retrieve all of the keywords it's got. And we can see here it's got 628 keywords found, which is a different number to what we found previously, but that doesn't matter. And again, you just download all of these and just drop those into your master keyword list. Reduce that down. In other words, remove all of the duplicate entries. And there may be some different ones in here with respect to what the previous tool found. Okay, so that's why it's important to use a number of different tools when you're looking for your keywords. Over here, we've got most frequent words. So within that master keyword list here on the left-hand side, here, what Sonar has done is had a look down that list and given us a list of most frequent words. And we can see here, bracelet 4 is probably the most frequent word used in a search term. Okay, so we need to make sure we're using that. Copper magnetic bracelet for men, therapy for women, arthritis, pure copper, men's magnets. So you can see that over here, these are the most commonly used keywords when it comes to the search terms. And Sonar have pulled that out for us. It's also given us relevant products within inside Amazon. And again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Go and check your competitors' listings. And Sonar have actually recognized that and say, you know what, you should go and check this out. Go and check that product out. Go and check these guys. Go and check this one. Okay, and that's important to do that. Spend some time on your keyword research, guys. Spend some time on it. Okay, don't just skim over this. It's really important to do. Okay, so this is the relevant products down the bottom here. The search volume, it doesn't actually give us a search volume. It just gives us a bar volume. 3 bars, 2 bars, 1 bar. Wouldn't worry too much about that because, you know, we know that we need to look down this. We're not going to use all 1,000 keywords in our listing. but we're going to use the most relevant. This is all about relevancy. We're going to need to make sure that we're very, very relevant on our products, just to make sure that we are actually showing every single time that someone actually pulls up a search for us. Okay, so here's our master list, and don't forget that we've got down here, we've got, as you can see, Danbury Mint twice. Now, last time around, I did actually go in there in live and show you how to remove the duplicates. So I'm not going to do that again, but we can see here that we've got sort of quite a few lists or products in our list, or keywords in our list, sorry, that we're going to start to use for our listing and generating the listing. All right. So I know I've already done keywords last time around, but I just needed to go over that again because it is so important to understand that keywords is everything when it comes to crafting your title and the rest of your listing. And you need to make sure you got your keywords in there. So let's have a look at the title and see what makes up a good title. So this is the best place to tell your customer what the product is. Your title has the biggest weighting when it comes to keyword ranking. I talked about indexing last time around. Indexing and ranking are totally different because you need to rank. You need to get on onto the first page, the second page, and you can only do that by being ranked, and you can only do that by having the right keywords in there. People converting, in other words, you're making sales. That's all about sales volume. You're not going to get any sales if your product's not shown to the right people, right? And you're only going to be shown to the right people if your keywords are correct, okay? And that's where we start with the title. This is not a place to do keyword stuffing, all right? So don't just put all of those master keywords in the title and just hope for the best. It needs to read like a normal human being would read it. Okay, just going to get a sip of water, guys, on them. Okay, the rules and regulations, terms of service. Length should be no more than 200 characters. This includes spaces. Do not include subjective terms such as hot or best. Do not include promotional terms such as sale or free. Do not include price or quantity. And do not include special character symbols like copyright or anything like that. Attributes of a great title. Include your brand name. It looks more professional. Now, I've started to do this and add the brand name to the end, not the beginning, because I want my keywords to be at the beginning. But if you're building a brand, and it's a very good idea to build a brand these days on Amazon, you should have your brand name in there. Place the most important keywords as early as possible. Now, that's important because if you're optimizing for a mobile device, I think your title gets truncated around 80 characters. So if you've got your brand name to start with, then you've got some arbitrary information which is not really keyword orientated. And it's going, people are going to view that on the mobile and go, I've got friggin' no idea what the hell that is. So make sure you got your most relevant keywords as early as possible, certainly within the first 80 characters. Include as many relevant keywords as you can reasonably fit into the title without making it keyword stuffed. All right. In other words, write it for real people to understand, because that converts better because people can read it. A prospect will go on and they're looking for a particular product, and they will go in there and look for something they understand. If they can't read it because it's just like keyword stuff, you think, what's going on here? It's like, this is nonsense. This is not very well written. This is not for me. If it's well written and obviously keyword relevant, it's going to convert a lot better because people are going to be drawn into that. Make sure everything in your title is relevant to your product, which I just mentioned. Include benefits Don't forget benefits, sell a solution. Copper bracelet for arthritis. Wrist pain bracelet. Okay. Sell a solution. No need to repeat words. You've only got 200 characters, so you use them wisely. Okay, so the AZ Optimizer tool. This really helps you understand how to generate a really good listing. So let's have a look at this product here. So to start with, what you need to do is get all of the keywords that you want to use within your listing, and that includes your title, your bullet points, okay, and you add them into this section on the left hand side here. Add all your master keywords here, okay. Then we can start to build out our title, bullet points, and the rest of the listing. So let's have a look at that. So as you add a keyword to the title, AZ Optimizer uses it and it moves that keyword to the used keyword field. This way, you can keep an eye on what keywords you're using. Okay, and make sure you don't leave any out. So let's have a look at that. So I've started to put in here copper magnetic bracelet for arthritis pain relief. All right, some of those are keywords. Okay, so it's taking them from the master keyword list. I have written them into the title, but what the software has done is add them to the used keywords. All right, so, and again, these are all color coded. The color codes are just irrelevant. Just highlights, just to make sure you know that it's a keyword. That's all. And over on the right hand side here, you've also got your character count, which is important. So you got 200 here. Well, let's keep it under 200. So I've used 53 characters, including spaces and one little hyphen so far. All right. So basically, what we need to do here is sell a benefit. Make sure we're using the right keywords, but make sure that people can read it sensibly. That's the key thing. Bullet points. All right, I just want to go over that title again. Make sure that you're using the 200 characters, okay, and make sure it's relevant to your product and use as many keywords as possible, but make sure it's ready to read in English, plain English, as much as possible. Excuse me. Bullet points. Let's have a look at bullet points. Your bullet points are the first thing that customers will see after the title. So bullet points relay a very important role in the success of your listing. Okay, so let's have a look at the attributes of a great bullet point. Tell your prospective buyer why they should buy your product. Emphasize the benefits the product provides. You know, if we're talking about a copper bracelet, we're talking about it removes or alleviates or it helps with pain in the wrist, arthritis, carpal tunnel, any other sort of wrist ailments that you can think of. A copper bracelet will help that. Let's emphasize those benefits. In other words, this product is perfect for you if you have these problems, because it will help you. Include the key features as well. If it's pure copper, add that in. Okay, we'll have a look at some of the good example bullet points in a minute. Identify competitor weaknesses. Okay, which is really good because people have got to try and make their mind up. On a $20 product, a lot of people don't actually spend too much time looking at competitors, but they certainly will. They certainly will. And it's important to actually understand that your product is better than the competitors. So why not identify that into the bullet points without mentioning any brand names, obviously. Differentiate your product from others if possible. Okay, that's again, that's important. Ours is better because all the rest of them out there are substandard, and ours is made of whatever. Add a guarantee that removes all risk for a buyer. Use all 5 bullet points. You'll be surprised how many people don't use all 5 bullet points. It's crazy. Well, why not? Okay, and capitalize the first main keywords in these bullet points as this stands out. It looks good, it looks better, and draws the people's attention to the benefits. Okay, so use keywords in your bullet points. All right, and this is important to understand. 70 to 80% of the keywords, or sorry, of the words in your bullet points gets indexed by Amazon. In other words, the A9 algorithm will check 70 to 80% of the keywords to match up with the buyer's search term. Remember, if the search term that the buyer is putting in there is copper bracelet for men, copper bracelet to alleviate or help with arthritis, yeah, we need to make sure that we're actually putting that in there, and sort of the algorithm will come around and search our bullet points and say, you know what, yeah, this guy is talking about this particular listing is mentioning it's copper, it's a bracelet, it's for men, it's for arthritis, it's help with pain relief. It's got to be sort of relevant. I'm going to show this particular listing to this particular prospect. Okay, so bullet points, back to the optimizer. Okay, and again, we've got our title. Let's have a read of the title. Copper magnetic bracelet for arthritis pain relief. Natural and effective relief of pain, joint arthritis, RSI, which is repetitive strain injury, carpal tunnel, and more. Bullet point 1, reduce pain, fatigue, and muscle tension with our extra strong magnetic embedded copper bracelet. We've got a few words in there that are not keywords, as we can see with our extra strong embedded. That's not part of our keyword, but it just makes the sentence a little bit better from a reading point of view. You can see here that I've got reduced pain, fatigue, and muscle tension. That's a benefit. It's nothing to do with a feature at all. That's a benefit, and it's in capital letters, drawing the attention to the importance of those words. Okay. So that's the way I'm building up the bullet points. Use the keywords, and again, once you use the keywords from there, they will come out of the master keyword list at the top here and drop them into the used keywords. Let's have a look at an example of a competitor that's potentially going up against for selling copper magnetic bracelets. So extra strength magnets, which is good. I wouldn't necessarily put in there 3,500 Gauss for each, which is the magnetic strength gauge as a Gauss measurement. Don't waste time with weaker hermitite magnets or plain bio-negative ion bands. So again, that's highlighting a potential issue with competitors' products. Okay, it's highlighting that there are weaker ones out there. Use our extra strength magnets. Okay, again, there's a benefit here. Reduce neurotherapy pain, fatigue, and muscle tension. You can see that I've actually looked at this and used some of that in the bullet points that we just had a look at. Improve blood circulation. Again, there's a benefit. It's nothing to do with a feature of the product itself. Energy, balance, and sleep. Okay, so again, this first bullet point is keyword orientated, extra strength magnets. Okay, and it's full of benefits. Okay, it's highlighting the weakness of competitive products, and then it's all benefits. Okay, reduce all of these other features here. Sorry, all of these other elements here are all reduce, and they're all benefits of what this product does. A feature here is pure 99.9% copper. Not the cheap stuff. In many other bracelets, again, it's highlighting the potential problem with other products, some of the other competitors, so which is fine, but it's not actually highlighting any competitors' names or brands. And then it goes into another benefit of this particular product. Why you should buy my product and not the others. Others are cheap stuff, okay? But mine is maximum health benefits of solid pure copper and every single. What's going on with the clasp? Next bullet point. Let's have a look. Full bracelet design. Okay. So this got full design all the way around the bracelet itself. More effective than bangles. Okay. So again, it is highlighting the potential issue with some of the competitors' products, because the other products are bangles, but bangles is also a key word. Okay. Not necessarily relevant, but if people are looking for a copper bracelet or copper bangle, they may land on this particular listing and think, you know what? Yeah, a full design bracelet that goes around is probably better than the bangle. Smart thinking, huh? So stylish, no one would ever suspect that it is therapeutic. Okay, so in other words, it's more stylish because it has that full bracelet design all the way around. It's giving us a few measurements here, which is a feature, obviously. Then we go back into the benefits, which is used for migraines. In other words, it eliminates or helps with migraines, tennis and golf elbow, and tendinitis. Also, a natural healing treatment for sports aches in the neck, shoulder, arms, forearms, wrist. So again, it's all benefits there. Secure steel clasp. This is what we've got, the minus the clasp. Let's have a look, see what we're talking about from a clasp point of view. Clasps made of pure copper become loose and don't function over time. Again, what they're doing here is looking at the 1-star reviews and picking up on what is the problem with some of the competitors. And obviously some of the problems are the copper bracelet is coming loose. It's dropping off. I lost mine because the clasp is no good. Okay, so what they've done is they've made theirs stainless steel. To avoid this, we use stainless steel. We're copper plated to ensure it always functions and stay on your wrist. What they're doing now is highlighting an issue that other suppliers or other sellers have got, and they're saying, you know what, we've actually looked at that and we've improved our product. They've talked to their supplier and said, you know what, guys, can we have our clasp as a stainless steel? Just make sure it's copper plated though, but make sure it's stainless steel, because we don't want ours dropping off our customers' wrist so they don't lose it. Elegant and convenient, beautiful valet or a velvet gift bag. So again, they've sort of differentiated slightly. A number of ways. They've got a full bracelet design. They've got a stainless steel, and they've got a nice velvet gift bag in a box. But what they haven't got, I see, is that guarantee. That may be somewhere else in the listing. Okay, but these are pretty good bullet points. You know, you can see that the first lot of the words are capitalized, so which draws the attention to the reader. And a lot of those are very good because they are benefits. Images. The main drawback of buying products online, obviously, is you can't touch it. You can't go up and actually feel it and see what the product's like. You know, it's difficult to work out the quality, how heavy it is, how it looks, and how it feels, everything like this. It's really difficult to do that if you're shopping just online, as we know. So your images have to provide that sensory experience for the potential customer. And how do you do that? Take some really good bloody shots, I tell you. So your main image is the one that shows up in the product search results. Make it a good one. Make it your hero shot. Look at some of these. You know, some of these are looking pretty good. Some of them not so good. Let's just go back. This one here, we've got a stack of 4. That looks pretty good. This one's nice and full. You know, this one, you know, could have been better. Could do a better job of that one, guys. Some of these up here, we've got the sponsored products up here. They're showing the product with the bag, maybe. But some of these are obviously better than others. They're taking up more space, more real estate. Yeah, make sure you're getting that hero shot, guys. Make sure your image is at least 1000 by 1000 pixels and make the image fill as much space as you can. Okay, let me just go back to that image again. This one down here, there's a lot of white space, a lot of like area that could have been used on an image. These guys have maximized that by tilting it. And again, with these three, and this one obviously got a stack of 4, so they're maximizing their space nicely. Okay, the main image must be on a pure white background, and that's easy enough to do. If you can't do it yourself, just farm it out to someone on Fiverr, and they could do it for you. I'm using Clipping Magic, which will do the white background. Just get rid of everything and just give you a white background. It must not contain any badges or text, and it must not be an action shot. We'll have a look at some action shots in a minute. So let's have a look at some main image examples. Okay, the first one is a pretty lame attempt at sort of giving us a first image. This is and what I've done here is I've taken some screenshots and I've taken them exactly the same size. In other words, I've taken the sort of the 1000 by 1000 image space available on Amazon, and this is the main image for this product. I can't see the brand name. I can't read any of that text on the drill itself. Why have we got a set of instructions on the main image? I just don't know. It's just a total waste of time. And it's showing a few accessories as well. No need. This is a really poor one. Versus this. As you can see, there's over on the left-hand side, there's a ton of white space which could be used up. There's a ton of white space down the bottom which could be used up. This nonsense in the middle is total rubbish. Versus this nice Black & Decker one. Look at the sort of the resolution on this. It's fantastic. It's on a pure white background. It just pops out of the page using maximum space. It looks really cool. I love this image. Versus this one over here. Which one are you going to click on? I'm going to click on this one over here for sure. Okay. Secondary image criteria. Okay, so we've got 9 options to add images. Use them all, guys. Use them all. The first one has to be your hero shot. In other words, it needs to be like as big as it can on a pure white background, showing as much detail as possible of your products. After that, game on. Okay, we can have any color background you like. It's a very, very good idea to have a lifestyle image showing the product being used. Okay, on jewelry, you don't use it, you just wear it. So show somebody wearing your products. Make the image as high quality as possible. Photo editing to add text and badges is okay on these 2 to 9. In other words, on the remaining 8 images. Okay, and infographics to highlight benefits and features. And I'll go into an example of what an infographic is in a minute. So let's have a look at some secondary image examples. Okay, here's our Black & Decker drill. We can actually clearly see that somebody's using it. You can see the size of the product is in somebody's hand, and they're adding a drill bit. In this case, it's a double-ended screwdriver to the actual screw into the drill itself. You can see the product being used. Let's have a look at our copper bracelet. Okay, our copper bracelet is showing on this particular model, very pretty model, but you can see that the product's being used. Okay, this is a lifestyle shot. You can imagine how the product's going to look on you. Obviously, if you're going to be selling a big chunky man's one, you're going to have some hunk in there with the bracelet showing on the guy's wrist. Let's have a look at something else. This is an infographic. Okay, this is the product itself. All right. And here we've got some text. Yeah, we've got some more information with respect to what this product does. Okay, Womb Music Receiver. It comes with sets of earbuds. It's got a splitter as well, so you and your partner can listen. Okay, etc., etc. So it's got more information than just a product. This is an infographic. This is an infographic. This is allowed. This is perfectly okay on your second, third, fourth, right through to the 8th, but not your first image. Okay, it's got premium quality guaranteed 100%. This is a badge. You're not allowed to put badges on the first one. Now I know somebody's going to say, yeah, but Paul, I have seen main images with badges on. So have I. And they're out there. But they're against the terms of service. Those people doing that with their listings run the risk of being shut down, taking that listing down by Amazon. Okay. New version, this little hanging banner here, just a graphic, but it's saying new version. Okay. And we've got another piece of information down here. And we've got the main shot. The main shot itself is still pretty good. Okay. It's showing what the product does. We've got some action shot. This is sort of exercise for them. For these resistant bands, and it's looking pretty good. But what I'm saying here is we've now allowed to add these additional pieces of information on our image. Description. It's important here to actually understand what the description does. It provides more information, and this is when you sell the product. So if somebody's on your page, they've actually seen your product image and they think, yeah, this is what I like. Let me go into this listing and let's have a look. They read the bullet points. The bullet points have been fantastic. They've sold the idea of all of the benefits that that product gives them. They think, you know what? Yeah, this is ideal. Let me scroll down, see what else I can find. Okay, and if you just got a block of text for your description, they're going to go, I ain't going to read that. It's just hard work. Let's have a look and see how to do a good description. Okay, a description is an area that you place more detail about your product. You got to sell the products. Add features and benefits. This is definitely a place where you can add all the features, not in your bullet points. Okay, as well as describing how the product works, how it functions. What are the features of that and how it works. Okay, so again, let's go through this. This is an area where you can really describe your product in detail, explain the benefits in more detail. Don't forget your bullet points. You've only got 500 characters. Here, you've got a little bit more space. Okay, you got 2,000, I think it's 2,000 characters, maybe 2,500 characters for your description. Use it. Okay, let's just 2,000 characters on this. So let the potential buyer understand more information about your product. This allows you to convince the buyer that your product is the right product for them. Also add a call to action. Ask for the sale. Put in there, click the buy now button. Tell them what to do. Okay, don't assume they know what to do. Yeah, tell them. Ask them to buy the product. Also, make sure you're using plain, simple English. Don't fuzzy things up with too much like techno blurb. Okay, keep it simple. And keep it plain English. Format the description so it's easy to read. And you can do that by using simple HTML code. And again, I should show you how to do that. Okay. This is a description from someone on the first page. Okay. I'm not even going to, if I land on that particular listing and I scroll down and I see this big block of text, I'm not even going to bother reading that. It's just like hard work. I might read the first line, but that's about it. I'm not going to get that halfway down. It's just nonsense. Break this up into something that is meaningful and easy to read. Okay, so let's copy this and put this particular description into word to HTML.net. So that's word to HTML.net. Free. It's on the internet, and it's an online service. So what we're going to be doing here is dropping our text in this left-hand side here. All right. Once we've dropped that in, we can now start to make some changes. Don't worry about what's on the right-hand side, because this is automatically generated as you make changes on the left-hand side. Okay. So what I've done here is taken the first line. Magnetic bracelets are commonly used to treat the symptoms of arthritis or arthritic conditions. I've bolded that, and I've made that a separate line. Okay. The next line, again, I've broken these out such that they read correctly and easily. Copper is considered to have anti-inflammatory. Now, anti-inflammatory, I've highlighted that, and I've made that bold. Okay, so we can see that that's bold. Effects in the body and may, therefore, have pain-killing properties. Again, this is describing the product. It's giving you the benefits of the product, and it's got all of the features described in there as well. We are convincing the person that this product is the right product for them and they should buy it. But what we're doing is making it easy to read. And all we're doing here is just using these terms here. This is a bold up here, italics, obviously the space. You just use the return key or enter key on your keyboard to separate out the lines themselves. Make it easy to read so it looks good over here. This code over here will automatically be generated. Once you're happy with what you got on the left-hand side, just copy this, okay? And just copy this code. Obviously, save it and copy the code, okay? This is what it looks like, okay? Versus, let me just go back a couple of slides. Versus that. Same text, exactly the same text. All right, same stuff going on here. All right, so what we've done is just turn that. We've used a word to HTML. We've done some editing on the left-hand side. We've copied that text here or HTML code, and what you basically do is just drop that into the description field in the back end of your Seller Central. Just drop in that code. Just drop that code straight in there, and what you'll get is this. Okay, so you can see here we've got bullet points, we've got spaces between each line that makes sense. We've got the main heading, as it were, is now all in bold, and we've got a number of different bold things here: anti-inflammatory, arthritic pain, rebalance of the body energy, improve blood flow. And you can work through this and say, you know what, I also want headaches and carpal tunnel syndrome highlighted in bold. You can go back and do that. Okay, once you've done that, just copy the code and drop that into the back end of your Seller Central, and you'll get this nice looking description. And it's really important to understand it's a lot easier if I come on this. If I dropped on this, I'm going to think, you know what, I'm going to spend some time reading it because it's easy to read versus that one big block of text. Okay, so that's all I've got here, guys. Every business needs tools. There is no difference in this business. Get some tools, whether they're paid tools, free tools, whatever tools you need, just get them in the business. But my go-to tool at the moment is AZ Optimizer when I'm optimizing my listing, because it just helps me in every aspect. When it comes to keywords, I use a number of different tools. And again, we've got some videos inside the membership, as well as on the YouTube channel, that goes through various different tools that are out there. Okay, so make sure we've got that. So if anybody wants me to go through any particular topic next time around, just drop me a note, either into the YouTube channel, either into the private Facebook group for the members, or just Skype me or email me or do something. Just let me know which topic you want to cover, and we shall do so. Some of the up and coming sort of topics. We are just about to launch, or just about looking to launch, Profit Hatcher. So I'm working with the developer and owner there. So we're going to have a webinar coming up on that. So we're going to be going through that again. We've got a number of other different sort of tools that are used for product search and optimization as well. I'm going to be covering those, as well as getting into a little bit of sort of pay-per-click. I might also do one on the vendor program, something like that. It's the Amazon vendor program, but that's probably a couple of months away yet. So I just give you the heads up on that. So again, that's all I've got for today. I hope that was useful. When you're doing your listing, guys, make sure you got some brilliant images. You know, spend some time, spend a little bit of money getting your images done. Images are everything. They really do help on your listing. Keywords, absolutely vital. Make sure you get your keywords in there, and don't just like stuff the keywords in there. Make sure it reads correctly. Okay, because people reading plain English makes a whole lot more sense when it comes to converting. If your listing's just gobbledygook, just nonsense, people will think, you know what, this is a nonsense product. If they can't take the time to actually write this in English, then I can't be taking the time to read it, i.e. buy it. Okay, and you won't convert, you won't sell. Make sure you got a killer listing that converts. All right, team, I can't see any questions today, but I hope that was okay. If you do have anything, like I say, just reach out to me, and I'm more than happy to come back to every single one of you with your answers. All right, team, you take care. Happy selling, and let's rock and roll.